Nicola Badalana from pixiehill.com with a brand new project just because. I am not a skilled needle felter, but I had a number of requests for a tutorial after making some pretty cute bumblebees last week. I made them in 3 different sizes and found that the easiest size to work with is the medium one. I'm using some leather protectors on my fingers because I am a total klutz and I poke myself all the time. They take a bit of getting used to, but they've saved my fingers a lot of pain. First, we're going to create the base of our bee using core wool. Take the wool and start wrapping it up into a ball shape. Then, poke it with the felting needle. Roll it and then poke it. Fold in the sides, poke it some more. Make sure to move the needle straight in and out so that you don't accidentally break it. Make a jelly bean shape that measures about 1.5 inches in length. The wool should be firm and felted enough to hold its shape, but still have a bit of give so that we can poke the legs through later. I'm going to add the top wool. Starting at the bumblebee's bum, I'm taking a pinch of cream fibers and piling them onto the large round end of the jelly bean. I want to keep his butt fuzzy, so I'm not going to felt the wool too tightly. Next, a black stripe. Take some black fibers and felt a ring around the fuzzy butt. Lay the wool down and poke it into place. Then fold it over and poke some more. Trim the wool to create a kind of spiky fuzzy texture. Now a thick yellow stripe, using the same technique. Don't worry about a perfect finish at this point. You can trim or fill or fix all the things later. Right now, just get those stripes into place. Next, a thick black stripe. For the final yellow stripe, I'm going to wrap a length of wool around the bee body and then felt that into place. I just find that this gives a little more defined stripe for the head of the bee. I will add a few loose fibers to give a little bit of fuzz. Using the black wool again, I'm covering the smaller end of the jelly bean to create the bee's head. I begin to work backwards now. I'm filling in where I want some extra fuzz and evening out texture. I'm trimming and felting and trimming and felting until I'm happy with my bumblebee's body. For the legs, I push a thin wire through the body of the bee. The wire will need to be stiff enough to push through the body. Use an extra length and then trim it down to size later. A tiny drop of crazy glue will keep the legs from sliding out. I've created a sheet of bee wings of different sizes and printed them onto transparency paper. I select the size that I like and then cut it out. You can purchase a printout on transparency sheets from my Etsy shop, as well as a digital download, or make your own. Add 3 pairs of legs. Bend and shape them and then cut them to size. The longest legs are at the back and the shortest at the front. To add the wings, add a bead of hot glue to the underside and then wiggle it into place. I have used far too much glue here, so try to be more restrained than me. Now I'll paint the legs black and touch up any areas that need attention. Then I'll add the antenna. That's it, you've made a needle-felted bumblebee. And now you can create ones that are larger or smaller. When I created these large bumblebees, I wet felted around a foam egg shape for the core. The tiny bee is super cute, but working on that scale can be frustrating. I would definitely recommend that you try the medium bee first and then branch out from there. As always, more details and a supply list can be found on the blog link in the video description. And if you've made some fuzzy bumblebees, be sure to tag me when you show off your creations.